Hey all, my name's Michael, welcome to the channel, and we're going to be getting into some 4chan stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's begin. Be me, 31, work as an auto mechanic at family-owned shop. Pull in about $68K annually fixing other people's car problems. Been with Lisa for 7 years, married for 4 of those. We have one daughter, Emma, she's 5 and obsessed with dinosaurs. Also got this ancient beagle named Murphy who sleeps 20 hours a day. Bought a small house in quiet neighborhood, nothing fancy but it's ours. Life runs like clockwork. Work, pick up Emma from school, dinner, cartoons, bed. Lisa works at the local library doing administrative stuff. Thought we had a pretty solid thing going until shit got weird. Around Emma's 5th birthday, Lisa discovers this self-help guru on TikTok. Woman goes by Empress Luna and preaches about reclaiming your divine purpose. Lisa starts binge-watching hours of this content every night. Begins talking about feeling spiritually suffocated by routine. Says she's been sleepwalking through her existence. Starts questioning whether she chose our life or just defaulted into it. Asks me deep shit like, when did you last feel truly free? Tell her last weekend when I finally fixed the Henderson's transmission issue. Apparently, that's not the kind of freedom she meant. Joins this online group called Sovereign Sisters, spends evenings on video calls with other women talking about breaking mental prisons. They all have usernames like Wild Moonchild and Rebellion Rose. Lisa starts going by Serenity because her birth name feels like a cage. Begins doing these freedom rituals every morning, burns sage, does weird stretches, chants about releasing societal programming. I'm making Emma breakfast while Lisa's having spiritual moments in the backyard. Starts refusing to do certain chores because they're symbols of oppression. Won't fold laundry anymore because it represents domestic imprisonment. But has no problem when I do it, then it's just helping out. Spends our savings on books about awakening your inner rebel. Fills our bedroom with inspirational posters about breaking chains and living boldly. House starts looking like a motivational speaker's office. Emma keeps asking why mommy talks in whispers now and burns smelly sticks. Lisa's adopted this soft, mystical voice and constantly says she's honoring her calling. Wants to attend some liberation intensive workshop in Arizona for 10 days. Costs $2,000 plus travel, run by this woman who claims she freed herself from society's matrix. Tell her we can't swing it with Emma's school expenses and the house payment. She says I am anchoring her to limitation through fear-based thinking. Apparently, being financially responsible is spiritually constraining. Starts posting dramatic Facebook updates about shedding old identities. Changes her profile to artistic photos where she's staring pensively into distance. Bio now reads, Truth Seeker, Conscious Warrior, Reclaiming My Wild. Her sister calls asking if Lisa's having some kind of breakdown. Honestly, I'm wondering the same thing. Lisa begins interrogating our entire relationship. Did we settle for each other because it was comfortable rather than passionate? Are we modeling authentic love for Emma or just going through motions? When did we stop being individuals and become just parents and partners? I became a parent when Emma was born and I loved every minute of it. Apparently, that's not the existential depth she's looking for. Starts talking about needing sacred solitude to reconnect with her essence. Not separation, just space to remember who I am beneath all these roles. Remind her that being Emma's mom isn't exactly optional. She says I'm reducing the complexity of her spiritual emergency. Finds this efficiency apartment downtown above a yoga studio. Calls it her sanctuary for inner excavation. It's basically a glorified closet that costs $1,200 a month. Packs up all her flowy clothes and crystals, moves out on a Thursday. Leaves behind practical stuff like winter coats and Emma's favorite bedtime story voice. Writes this manifesto about needing to unearth her buried self from years of conditioning. Says she loves us but must learn to love herself unconditionally first. I'm explaining to a confused 5-year-old why mommy lives somewhere else now. Tell Emma that mommy is working on some grown-up stuff. She accepts it with the weird resilience kids have. Now I'm handling all the school runs, meals, bath time, bedtime stories alone. House feels different, quieter, but also more peaceful somehow. No more lengthy conversations about chakras and energy healing. Can watch football without commentary about violence in sports culture. Lisa launches into her self-discovery expedition. Instagram fills with photos from meditation retreats, ecstatic dance classes, sound healing sessions. Every post has captions about excavating authenticity or divorcing false personas. Starts dating this dude who facilitates breathwork ceremonies and lives in a yurt. His social media is shirtless photos with quotes about masculine awakening and primal connection. Calls himself something like Wolf Stormwind, probably used to be Bob from Milwaukee. Lisa posts couple selfies with captions like, "When souls recognize each other across lifetimes." Meanwhile, I'm teaching Emma how to tie shoes and explaining why mommy has a different address. She rolls with it amazingly well. Kids adapt better than adults. Start genuinely appreciating the predictability of our daily routine. Sunday mornings we make waffles and build blanket forts. No philosophical discussions about whether fairy tales perpetuate unrealistic expectations. Lisa's breathwork boyfriend vanishes after 2 months. Apparently, he got called to lead healing work in Peru, aka found a newer spiritual seeker. She posts emotional videos about divine redirection and surrendering attachment. Launches a blog called Serenity Unbound, My Journey to Radical Authenticity. Writes essays about dismantling the fairy tale industrial complex. Attracts maybe 15 regular readers, mostly from her online spiritual communities, starts offering breakthrough coaching for women wanting to escape limiting life structures, charges $150 per session to guide other restless wives toward leaving their families, books maybe 2 clients per month, takes a job at this holistic wellness center doing reception work, posts about aligning career with soul purpose and prosperity mindset activation, makes barely above minimum wage scheduling Reiki appointments, cycles through several more spiritual boyfriends. There's the crystal healer who's 38 and lives with 3 roommates. The life coach who drives Lyft between transformation sessions. The meditation teacher who expects her to pay for dates because abundance flows through giving. Each romance flames out within weeks when reality intrudes. Emma occasionally asks when mommy's coming back to live with us. Tell her mommy seems happy in her new place, honestly getting comfortable with single parent life. House stays organized, budget is simpler, no more sage smoke everywhere. Can cook normal food without accommodating whatever cleanse she discovered. No pressure to be spiritually conscious or analyze every mundane decision. Just work, Emma. Simple contentment. 10 months after she moved out, Lisa starts reaching out more. Missing my sweet girl and house looks so cozy in your photos. Starts commenting on all my posts with excessive enthusiasm. Responds to Emma's school pictures with paragraphs about my beautiful soul baby. Suggests we meet for coffee to align our co-parenting intentions. Figure we should probably talk face to face, agree to meet. She shows up wearing the same vanilla perfume from our wedding day. Hair is different now, longer and wavy, wearing lots of bohemian accessories. Talks about her expansion and elevated consciousness, but keeps mentioning how grounded and solid I've always been. Says she's learning to value masculine energy that supports rather than suppresses. Casually asks about my romantic life with obvious fishing expedition. Tell her I've been busy with work and Emma. She visibly relaxes at this information. Starts hinting about how growth doesn't require abandoning everything beautiful. Discusses wanting to weave her awakening back into family dynamics. Basically proposing to return but maintain all her spiritual practices and guru friendships. Mentions missing our partnership foundation and collaborative energy. Says she's realized love and evolution can dance together. Coffee stretches to 3 hours of her essentially auditioning to come back. Talks about how Emma needs balanced parental frequencies. Says she's ready to recommit with expanded awareness awareness, hugs goodbye, and says, "I pray you can honor my transformation journey." Drive home feeling emotionally exhausted and slightly annoyed. Emma asks how coffee with mommy went. Tell her it was good and mommy sends her love. Spend that evening honestly evaluating my feelings. Realize that these past months have been genuinely peaceful. No constant questioning of basic life choices and contentment. No obligation to spiritually evolve or seek deeper meaning in everything. Just straightforward existence with my daughter who I adore. Text Lisa saying, "I think our current arrangement works best." She sends back a long audio message about trusting divine timing and honoring the process. Month later, she's posting about her new partner, some guy who leads plant medicine journeys and calls himself a consciousness guide. Basically identical to Breathwork Guy, but with more tattoos and a man bun. Emma's totally adapted to having 2 homes and different weekend routines. She's got it figured out, switches between houses like it's normal. I keep the mortgage, the regular schedule, the suburban dad experience. Lisa keeps the spiritual seeking and consciousness expansion experiments. Everyone seems more relaxed with this arrangement. Here, occasional updates through mutual acquaintances. Apparently, she's flourishing in her truth and embodying authenticity. Still working at the wellness center. Still coaching women to abandon their lives. Recently posted about some sacred intimacy workshop she attended. Whatever makes her happy, not my problem anymore. Meanwhile, I'm here teaching Emma about dinosaur facts, building elaborate Lego cities without discussing architectural symbolism, watching Pixar movies without analyzing psychological messaging. Turns out fulfillment was sitting right here the whole time. Just took her leaving to recognize how good ordinary felt. My face when I was already living authentically. And my authentic self enjoys mortgage payments, bedtime routines, and terrible dad jokes. Emma's thriving, I'm content, even Murphy seems more relaxed. Sometimes the deepest awakening is realizing you were never really asleep. Choosing simple stability over spiritual drama. Who knew being unawakened could be so satisfying?